welcome back to Babes I've Been There. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching another video from us today. As you can see from the beginning of this video, we are having a very peaceful, a very zen, a very relaxing experience. I have some candles here with me just to, give it a little bit of that relaxing, meditating ambiance. This year has been very tough for a lot of people. I know for sure that every single person has gone through a really tough time this year, be it work, be it school, be it family, be it you lost your job, be it you had to move back home. You are really battling with managing your mental space, your head space. It can be a really tough time to just try and focus on yourself. And even though you feel like you're well rested, because some of us are working from home, some people are not working at all, but that stress, that pressure, the thoughts in your head, I think a lot of us right now are battling with a lot of things that are happening in our head, and how we can filter those things to try and keep sane and keep a positive mindset and just outlook in our lives. We decided as Babes I've Been There that this would be a perfect time to just share how we deal with stress, just share how we handle our stress, our mental health. A lot of people have anxiety, depression, and it can be a very difficult place or space to be in, and it requires a lot of work to get out of it, and you need to find a lot of coping mechanisms. So today I will be sharing with you guys my form of therapy. I suffer from anxiety, a lot of anxiety. I always knew that there was something wrong with me, but it's only when I was a lot older that I could pinpoint that I was an anxious person. I remember my first panic attack or my first anxiety attack happened when I was 12 and my grandmother passed away. She was a very close person to me, and when I heard the news, my mom came home and she stood in the hallway and she said, I have something to tell you. And I don't know why I felt like that's what she was going to say, but anyway, she broke the news and I was kind of fine, I was okay with everything. And a week later, the week that the funeral was going to take place, there was a point where I was sleeping and I woke my mom up. I said, listen, I'm not okay. I feel like I'm having a heart attack, like something is not okay. So we drove to the hospital, we went to the emergency room, and the doctor said, no, she's just having some anxiety. Here's some sleeping medication, and I needed to blow in this, I don't know if it's a pack or paper bag, small little paper bag. I had to breathe in there, and then we went home. There was nothing that the guy could do for me, or there was nothing that the doctor could do for me at the time. Fast forward to now that I'm older, I really never understood what was really going on with me, and the fact that I was anxious at that time, I never really thought that it could be some form of long-term disorder or long-term mental illness, or something that I would battle with in the future. And for the longest time, I couldn't really place what it is that made me feel anxious or made me feel very uncomfortable within myself. So as some of you know, I'm living in Korea and I'm working in Korea. It's only when I came here that I was able to really dig deeper into, how I was feeling and what was happening to me, and all the panic attacks that I had experienced here. That's when I realized that I'm really an anxious person, and there's just certain ways in which I need to deal with my anxiety in order for it to not get hold of me, or in order for it to not be as crippling as it can be. So I really feel one of the most important things that really helped me is meditation. I started meditation a year ago. It's usually these sleep hypnosis that I would find on YouTube. I will share the link at the description box below to all the pages that I follow or the channels that I follow on YouTube that I listen to or follow to help, calm my nerves and help with my anxiety. These are usually guided meditation where you can just put it on and you can just lie down, and the person will speak affirming words to you. They will speak positive words that help you calm down. They'll help you with your breathing. It's very guided, so you don't have to worry about what you need to do. You just need to lie down. They tell you step by step what you need to do. And for the longest time, like I was like, wow, this is really, really helpful for me. It helps me fall asleep. As a result, sometimes I'll find like an hour guided meditation clip, and immediately when it's finished, like as I'm sleeping, I'll hear, okay, there's nothing playing, and I'll have to find another one. So it's very therapeutic for me because the voice is very calming. It helps me work on my breathing, and for a lot for the most part in my life, like when you're living a very busy lifestyle, you're at work, you're back at home, you're watching the TV, you're talking to someone on the phone, you don't really take that time to just focus on what's happening inside, to also just calm yourself and relax yourself. So I found that for me, just before I go to bed, that was one of the most helpful things for me, because I would just really just focus on myself and just be in my headspace and relax and just breathe, take a deep breath in, out, and all of that. So it was really helpful. I also did it in the morning. The more anxious I am, like when I'm in a very tight space and I'm feeling more anxious and my anxiety is at its peak, I usually listen to the guided meditation more often than I would like when I'm feeling relatively fine. So I'd really recommend, if you're someone that's really anxious and you're having trouble sleeping, definitely try the guided meditation sessions. There's different ones like stress relief of anxiety, relief of negative energy. There's so many things that you can find, and I think it's really, really useful. And I think it's so important for us to really just spend time within ourselves and just like connect with yourself and just listen to yourself. So that's one part that I think is really important, the meditation on my end. The second part that I think is really crucial is to always find what's triggering. It's difficult to obviously find what's triggering when you're an anxious person, because anything can be a trigger. Like the smallest thing can trigger you. You can overthink something and then you just become anxious. It's really difficult to find out, but sometimes you just need to trace, like, when did this start, and before that, had anything happened that caused this? So when you know what triggered it, it's easier for you to sort of like avoid it, if that makes sense. So for example, on my end, things that would trigger me is if I have too much of a social life. Like if I socialize too much and I'm out and about and I'm constantly with people, spending too much time with people, especially if I drink as well. If I'm drinking a lot and I'm spending too much time with people, I just hit this space where I feel like I have like over socialized and I'm out of like, social quota. That's when I start becoming anxious, because I think my body reminds me that I've neglected myself, or I just become too concerned that I've been doing too much, and that just triggers me for some weird reason. It makes me super anxious. So then I realize that, I need to also listen to my body and listen to myself when I'm exhausted, and not push myself to hang out with people or push myself to do things with people even when I'm not in a good space, because me forcing myself to be in those environments or around those people and drinking or whatever, it later on makes me feel so anxious and so emotionally broken or exhausted, if that makes sense. Another thing is, if you are in a stressful situation and if there is something that is tragically happening to you, what personal, whatever it is, I also advise staying away from alcohol. I mean, I don't want to say that that's what you should do, because I know some people, alcohol can be a good stress reliever and it can make them feel good. But for me, I figured that I always have to drink when I'm in a happy space. But I cannot drink if I'm in a bad space or if I'm stressed about something, because the alcohol induces my anxiety. So those are the things that I feel are really helpful for me in this stressful time. Walking, a lot of exercises is also good for you. Your space is also really therapeutic, like your room where you sleep. It can really add a lot of it can really make you feel better about yourself. It can really be induce some hormones in you when you just see your room or your lounge or your kitchen, whatever space that you feel you connect with the most. You know, the colors in the room are also helpful. That's why I have candles, I have a humidifier, and I have a mood lamp speaker. Those things really just change the way that I spend my day when I come home. Like, you know, just having my meal and just putting on a candle, watching a Netflix show and having my candles on, the humidifier on. It just, I don't know, there's just some energies around that that really just help me feel more relaxed, feel more at home, and feel more calm. So I definitely advise, if you're not someone that likes candles, maybe give it a try. Like, just buy 1 or 2 candles. You can also get like these candle holders where you can pour in some aroma oil. I have one of those as well. So yeah, so you put the candle underneath and then you put the aroma oil at the top, so when the candle burns, that scent just, you know, spreads around your room. It can be just really therapeutic. So I feel like those are really my forms of therapy. Those are things that really make me feel a lot better, or at least, like, even when I'm in a bad space, I just look at my room, see the candles, and I just, you know, smell that lovely lavender or that lemon or that rosemary, jasmine, whatever oil that you like. Like, it really just helps calm me and make me feel really good. So I just hope that this video was really informative, and I hope that you guys are staying strong during this pandemic time. You know, wear your mask, stay at home, and, you know, just do the best that you can to take care of your mental health. Like this, I cannot stress how important it is to remain in a very healthy space mentally. And if you are alone, try and reach out to people that can, you know, that you feel are going to be there for you and can help you speak about it. And, you know, use certain things that you have, the meditations, as I said, candles, taking a walk. Do what you feel is going to be best for you, to help, you know, create your form of therapy, basically. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning into this lovely video. Another announcement that we would just want to make is that there has been some restructuring in this platform and some rebranding for some really unfortunate reasons. Jerry and I will be the only people remaining in the platform. Sarah and Beatrice, unfortunately, cannot continue on this platform as we would want, because of, you know, work purposes, time. It's just not the best time for them to commit to, you know, this platform. As you know, YouTube requires consistency, it requires engagement, and unfortunately they are not in a space where they can prioritize this channel at the moment. But you may see them as guests in future videos, so don't be too sad. They will feature every now and then when possible. But moving forward, the platform will feature myself and Jerry, and we will be posting videos bi-weekly, so that is twice a month. So please stay tuned to that. And don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. We are also very engaged in that platform as well, at Babes I've Been There. Okay guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Good night, peace and love.